Welcome back to EVE Online, everyone. I'm Plays Games, and as usual, we're just going to do our usual tour of our planet mining and see how that's progressing, and then we'll probably run some more level 4 missions. Or to the customs office.
Warp drive active.
Of course, the good thing now is that we don't have to mess around with planetary launches. Overnight, the only skill we did was Ore Industrial 3 to make the Noctis even better at salvaging, because we were having to run around in some of the level 4 missions to get everything. And we're just carrying on with Missile Bombardment 4. I'm going to take the plunge and do Gunnery 5. So we're going to have to grit our teeth for about 3 days to get that done, and then we'll do Large Energy Turret 1, 2 and possibly 3, and then we'll respec and get all the support skills and planet mining and everything else up. At long last. It's been a long while since we did that. Okay, this is looking better. 1200 cubic meters of that. And then we go to the next one.
Active.
I will check the market prices of the toxic and enriched and precious metals as opposed to enriched uranium. So you know that if 40 of them and 40 of these is worth more than 5 of these, then we'll be better off selling these. But then again, it comes down to the volumes traded. Because this is 40 of this and 40 of this, and then we only have to sell 5 of this. So I will check all that. We're supposed to be making money after all. Okay, so the next level of interplanetary customs looks very much like we're going to need that second barren planet, because at the minute
Warp drive active.
the lava planet is way outperforming our little barren. But that could change. I would say nothing we've trained overnight has made us any better at running level 4 missions. We're just going to have to hope that we get some different ones which are easier to run, or our actual in-game experience of how to use our battleship improves, which I think it has already. Then transfer. This and this go in, this and this come out. That's not awful. $1 million, $1.5 million. Let's just warp to the station.
Warp drive active.
The problem with PI is that you are kind of exposed when you're in this planet mode, tinkering around. You're not actually paying attention to what's happening in space around you. Okay, see, this is the first decision we have to make. The heat map has changed because we've mined out all of this. So we'll have to have a look how long the links would be. I think they'd be a little bit too long. Well, at the minute, this is the only thing that has to get... Actually, we'll cancel that. So, we know if we moved it... Okay, we haven't got any more upgrades, so this is all the power in CPU we have to play with. So we know that if we moved the launch pad and the extractor and the 4 factories around here and rebuilt everything right on top of the heat map, we'd be able to place 9 extractor heads. Let's just quickly see how many extractor heads we'd be able to do with a really long link. So if we were to move it all the way around here, well, it's not too bad. We'd still be able to get 7 extractor heads. So we've lost production of 2 extractors because all the power grid and CPU is used up by this huge long link. But because this planet is relatively small, I mean, this is going like quarter of the way around the planet, we've only lost 2 extractor heads, so I reckon that's probably worth it. Because the cost of moving all this is probably more than the the lost production from that. So that's what we'll do. We'll just grin and bear it. Of course, if you're... Another thing you can do is just to change the heat map until you find something that's closer. But obviously it won't be as rich as this spot. So again, that's a third option you have, is just to put up with something that's closer but of lesser yield. And through experience with your planet, you'll get to know what their average yield is like and whether it's worth moving or not. Okay, 588, that's 4x, just over 3, so that's perfect. Okay, and nothing else has to be done. Submit. So once you have set up your planets, they do become easier to manage. Aha, now this is interesting. Right, so for here, we get all 10. Now for all the way around here, and link it. And we get 9, that's fine. Again, it's losing one extractor node is definitely not going to be more expensive than moving all the facilities over here. Again, this is why we like planets with small radius, because you can do this. If this was a gas planet, and gas planets are absolutely titanic, if we moved, like, God, that's like literally the other side of the planet. If we'd come to the other side of the planet, of a gas planet, we wouldn't even have enough power to make the link, never mind deploy any extractor heads. So, small planets are brilliant things to use. Right, 322, that's just over 2. Right, that's good, that's fine. And submit. Okay, now this can handle, what did we say, 40 times 24, this can handle 960 each. There's 3590 there, 1500 there. Okay, so we're going to need 2 of these advanced factories now. So that means you're going to have to lose some of your extractor heads whilst we build our second advanced factory. Just here. Create link, enrich uranium, want it to go here, and this needs to supply some of them, and some of these. Okay, that's that happy. So these two will eat through all of this, which is great. And we'll carry on doing microorganisms. The heat map hasn't changed. This has been fairly steady for a few days now. This is great. Oh, it's still getting lots of extractors. That's good. The eagle-eyed amongst you may have noticed that I did forget to upgrade the command center on this planet, so I've now done that, which is why we're doing as well as we are. It's 649, that's 4, and there is some of this here in stock as well, so remove another couple of them. And we'll build a 4th basic, just whack it on here. And what we're doing, yeah, bacteria. And then goes here, and then we need the microorganisms that are incoming to go here, that's right. And then put back as many heads as we can. None, that was a good guess, well done me. So it's only just the fourth one because they do 144,000 each. 144,000 times 4. So yeah, 4 can handle 576, but 3 can only handle 432,000, and we're sending 480. So we do need the fourth factory because we do have some backlog of microbes already. Right, that's all the planets done. Oops. Submit, please. Thank you. Check all the dotted lines are moving in both directions. Yes, that's correct. Okay, so far in our planet mining career, we've done one 3-hour cycle, one 14-hour cycle, and one 24-hour cycle. And from that, we've got a total of 3 million ISK. But again, we haven't got up and running yet. This has all just been little drips and drabs. But again, it is high sec, and high sec yields are awful. But it's free money, so I'll take it. Okay, as promised, here we are back in Helaban, and let's get ourselves a mission. Hopefully a different one. Anomic base, and it's a no sec, so 2 reasons to say no thanks. Next one. Recon. Okay, we will do this one. And it's in this system. Now, Recon is a very different mission to all the others. What you're supposed to do is just go from point to point as quickly as possible and not fight anything. Everything that spawns is elite, and there's a lot of it, and it will cause you terrible problems unless you have a really excellent fit. So what we're going to do in this is we're going to do it in the way intended. We're just going to rush point to point, because then we'll get our pay. See, 650,000 pay, 810,000 bonus for time, and 3,000 loyalty points. Now, if we just go from point to point using the micro warp drive, we'll complete it really quickly. So we'll actually earn lots of loyalty points quite quickly. Now we should tank, and because it's Sancho, we know it's EM Therm. So we need to do a little bit of ship refitting. I'll put that on, take that off. Thermal EM. Okay, we are EM Therm. 61, 63. Good. That's all we really need to do for this mission. So let's just go and do it. I believe that this first stage has around 11 or 12 million in bounty in total, plus loot and elite salvage and all that kind of stuff. But we're nowhere near good enough to kill everything here. If we had over 1,000 DPS, then I'd probably risk it and probably try taking it on. Because the spawns, at least in the first room, are timed. So after a certain length of time, you get one spawn, and then another spawn, and then another, and then another. So it's quite dangerous if you have to warp out. If you're considering farming the mission, if you ever have to warp out, by the time you warp back in, all the spawns will have spawned, and you'll be in deep, deep trouble. But we're not doing that. We're just legging it. It's not going to be the most exciting mission for you guys to watch, but that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Warp drive active.
You did notice this is Recon 1 of 3. There are 3 missions in the chain. The second one is very similar. You just go point to point. And the third one is also point to point. So it's micro warp drive and tank, and try and ignore everything else. Okay, how far away? Not awfully far. Activate gate. But we know from previous missions that we can wipe out battle cruisers pretty quickly. So we'll just have a launch at him. Might as well get 153,000 ISK in the bank. So the battleship is one of these 1.2 million things. And the cruiser is elite. As I said, they're all elite, and that's 281,000 for that cruiser. So hopefully we'll get through the gate before the second lot even spawn.
Warp drive active.
Good. Oh, we haven't even killed him yet. How strange. Oh well, it is what it is. Because we had the micro warp drive on, that was adversely affecting our align time as well. Which is why we haven't got into warp yet. Come on. Kill it. See, here's the time spawns coming in. Why are our missiles not killing this thing? It's bizarre. That's a mystery. And finally, we get into warp. That was a waste of missiles, wasn't it? Then we have to move away because bad guys spawn here, and then a few seconds later another group spawns here, and they're all pretty nasty. So what to do to make sure we don't hit any of the scenic rocks is to burn away as soon as we can. And then dock.
Warp drive active.
These guys are bad enough, but the group that spawns here has elite frigates, and they will warp jam you. And then you're in deep doo-doo. Come on, stupid ship, get into warp. Damn this ship and its 15-second align time. I don't think we're hitting that rock. I think we're just being really slow. Yep, just being really slow. So all the battleships are about 1 million, and all the cruisers are a quarter of 1 million each, so you can see why you can stick around and kill them and earn lots of money. But we have just made 3,000 loyalty points and what, just over 1 million in pay in a few minutes. Obviously we'll do all 3 parts of this mission in this video. I'm not going to leave you after this, after a few minutes. That'd be hilarious.
Requested. Docking request accept.
Click to click. Complete mission. And of course, this did count as a level 4 mission, so you get level 4 standings increase from it. So again, Recon's pretty good for farming standings. She has the second sight. Fly to the acceleration gate, which has been locked down. See if they'll let us through. Blah 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 blah. Again, this one's only, it's like 600 loyalty points and less than 200,000 ISK each. Because the guys that spawn in this one are not as evil as the ones from the previous one.
Warp drive active.
Would someone please remind me to make an instant undock from this station so we're not constantly banging into these two things? I think the Armageddon's working out quite well so far. Find out it's pretty good at killing battleships. It's excellent at killing battle cruisers, apart from that one and that mission that refused to die. We've also learned that it's not very good at killing cruisers with the missiles. But we know that the medium drones are excellent at killing cruisers. So we're getting our target priorities sorted out, which is a good thing. Okay, we're probably going to bounce off this. We're a bit close.
Warp drive active.
Might take us a while to get into warp. I think we're inside the hitbox of the gate. Or not. Right, lucky escape there. No. Yep, doing. Hitboxes and acceleration gates are absolutely huge. Huge. We're very close to getting Missile Bombardment 4, because the killing spree is back and we got a couple of thousand, got 2,500 skill points for that. That's the acceleration gate we have to get to. It isn't shown here because it's not really an acceleration gate, it's scenery. And we also got from the daily login campaign this bonus boosters thing. Because we're Omega now, we got 10,000 skill points, and tomorrow we're getting this, which is a cerebral accelerator, which gives us plus 4 points, so that's 6 skill points a minute for however long that is. 86,400 seconds, 29 minutes, multiplied by 6, so this will give us 8,640 extra skill points over the course of that length of time. But that is multiplied by our biology skill, which is neural enhancement, I think. So times that by 1.6. This is going to give us 13,824 extra skill points. So that's good. See, being Omega is paying off already. I wish I'd been paying attention and gone Omega a couple of days earlier, then we would have got another 10,000 skill points. And we're getting Omega gifts from the daily login campaign. And instead of every 30 days slowly grinding up to 50,000 skill points, because we're Omega, if every time we log in for 30 days and this fills up, we get 150,000 skill points. Which is fantastic. And it actually remembered our progress from when we were alpha. Okay, here's the big guy spawning in, because we're within 10 kilometers of the gate. Right, we need to get out of here now. Let's go.
Warp drive active.
This is all mercenaries. This isn't even EM Therm. I didn't change the tank. Maybe I should have, because this is... well, mercenaries usually do kinetic thermal, but they can do everything else as well. Yeah, see, EM, explosive, kinetic thermal, the whole gamut. Well, they can web us all they want, because webbing lowers our maximum speed and should throw us into warp faster. That's the theory anyway. They've stopped webbing us now. Oh, I see, it's because idiot here still has a micro warp drive on. See, that's put our warp nearly 22 seconds. If I'd been more clever, I would have turned that off and we'd go back down to the usual 14.83. Well, that's 2 level 4 missions done in the space of about 10 minutes. Hooray! So, Missile Bombardment 4. Gunnery 5 for 3 or 4 days. Grit your teeth and bear it, people. And then large energy turret 1 and 2, and then respec for int mem. Okay, double click. Complete mission. Request part 3. Okay, another 200,000 ISK and 400 loyalty points, accept. It's just going point to point again. Undock. Recon part 1, you can stay behind and fight elite enemies and farm about 12 million ISK. Part 2, you can destroy all these mercenaries, because mercenaries always drop something. And if you destroy that big station we landed next to, that can drop some faction ammo. But usually it takes you more ammo to destroy than you get. But we've got drones, we could just set the augers on it and go away and watch Netflix or something and come back to a cargo can full of ammo. But part 3, there is nothing to fight. You just land inside an area which does area of effect damage, and then you run to the Stargate as quick as you can. Acceleration gate, I should say. And then that's it. Now, this mission used to have a huge green toxic cloud that actually looked like it was doing damage to you. But for some reason, during one of the graphical changes to the game, that was removed, and now all you see is empty space with no clue as to what's going on. You wonder why you're taking damage. Just no visual clue. And I didn't turn the micro warp drive on just then because it would lower our agility, so I'd rather get aligned to the gate first and then turn this on just for the speed boost. If you get 4 entries every time you get hit by that cloud, because it's doing one of each of the 4 different damage types, then it's equal damage. So this is a way of actually seeing your resistances.
Warp drive active.
And that will be that. Ouch, that was a good one. Come on, stupid ship, get into warp. Battleships are such a pain. Come on, you idiot, warp. There we go. 15-second align time. God almighty, feels like an eternity. Because it is. And we land here, safe and sound. That's the end of that mission. All 3 parts of it. You can also sometimes get stuck on this when you're trying to warp out. Let's just burn outside of it and then warp. Okay, we're back. Complete mission. Okay, and that's all 3 parts of that mission done. Let's have a look at our standings, see what the 3 different parts did. Our part 1 was a huge big bump, bigger than all the other level 4 missions we've done so far. And then 2 and 3 were slightly smaller, but it's pretty good. We've gone from 5.07 to 5.59 in just these 3 missions, which is why Recon's pretty damn cool. And of course, that counts as 3 missions towards our level 4 storyline, which will also be accruing. Let's find... Okay, I think... Yeah, this is it. We've done 1, cargo delivery, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're 6 of the way into the 16 we need to get us level 4 storyline. Now, I did mention in the past that we would be using all these materials we get from melting down trash loot for making our own cruise missiles. So I think now would be a good time to go and buy some blueprints, and we can talk about researching them and improving them. Because again, I have done some work between episodes like a good boy, and once I find it, I'll be able to show you something. Where is it? Shopping list. Yes. Hey, we're usually firing Mjolnir cruise missiles because it's Sancha, Blood Raider and drones. So it takes titanium, got lots of that. Pyrite, lots of that. Mexilon, lots of that. Zydrine, not too much of that, but we can get more of that from melting things down. So for each 4 Zydrine, 68 Mexilon, 472 Pyrite and 3084 titanium, we'll be able to do 1 run of these missiles, and each run gives us 100 missiles. We've got the skills, which is Industry 1. So what we can do is that we can do material efficiency research, so we don't need any skills for that. And each level of efficiency research we do increases this by 1%. So it means we need 1% less materials to build it, which is great. I mean, it doesn't affect the Zydrine too much, but it'll affect everything else, so we'll be able to save some money. And the time efficiency speeds it up. This is done in 2% increments. They both go to 10, so you can get 10% less materials and 20% faster build times. So I think I'll go and buy these blueprints, and then we'll talk about finding somewhere to actually do the research. They're not that expensive. See, these are both NPC orders because they're over 90 days, so we know that this is the base level. Just set destination to make sure we can get there through high sec, and it's not on a high sec island, so we'll buy that. 5 million. And we'll buy Scourge, because we know that Scourge is Serpentis and Garista and Mercenaries. Then we'll probably buy the Nova one as well, just in case we bump into the Angel Cartel at any point. This is only 2.5 million, so we'll have some of that as well. Okay, some time has passed. I have bought the 3 cruise missile blueprints that we needed. I've figured out where to do the research. I'm back in Ernal, which is the same place, exactly the same station where we built all our previous blueprints. And I just chose that using the facilities tab in the industry UI. That was easily done. And this time I picked the correct research thing that we wanted to do, which changes the tax rates, because different activities have different tax rates. Like the tax rate in the same station will not be the same for each industrial activity. So I came here and I chose this. This is 0.1 tax. Because we've used the station before, we know that the red bars aren't very high, so the system cost index isn't very good. And we know that this place has pretty good structure bonuses. So this is where we're going to use it. In the intervening period, whilst you've been away, I've trained lab operation 1 and 2, because I realised that we only had enough skills to do one of them. So I very quickly, I mean, level 1 took like 9 minutes, and level 2 took about half an hour, which was nice. So now we can do 3 science jobs at the same time. That's good, because we've got 3 of them. And I spent some time in the Executioner, which I'm sitting in. I actually went all the way back to Helaban, and I made an instant undock so the Noctis and Battleship wouldn't keep getting stuck on that station. And by the time I'd finished messing around with that, Missile Bombardment 4 had finished, so we're on our Gunnery 5 grind. So we can ignore the skill queue for the next 4 days, close that, ignore it. Okay, so what do we want to do? We want to right click on the blueprint and select use. Now, every other time we've done this, we've just been manufacturing, but we want to research the material efficiency. So the number of runs is obviously 1 to 10. We could wait an entire week, 7 days, 13 hours, 20 minutes, and then we'll end up with this at 10%, which will save 10% materials every time we want to build some missiles. I'm not sure if I want to take it that far. Having a look at the time, I think we'll do 7 runs, because 13 hours is fine, we'll do that. It's only going to cost us 1,430 ISK to install it, i.e. nothing. So we'll just give it some of that. And that's it in the jobs tab. Oops, let's change to active job instead of history. There we are. Job run 7, activity, material research. And this is permanent. Once you've upgraded a blueprint, it's permanent, which is fantastic. Let's do exactly the same with this. 7 runs, 13 hours. And the same with this. Use blueprint, material research. How many runs? 7 please, 13 hours. Right. So that means we should be self-sufficient in materials now. Well, in missiles, I should say. I also took the liberty, whilst I was waiting for all these skills to train, I went all the way back to Pasha, and I emptied out all the minerals that we had stored there, and I moved them all into the Heliband station. See, here's all that morphite that we accidentally bought all these moons ago. So it now means we've got more Zydrine and more of everything, so we can actually build our missiles as soon as we need them. Here we're back in Heliband. This is all the materials we brought across, so we should be able to make plenty of cruise missiles. How are we doing for time? Okay, I think we can perhaps get in one more level 4 mission if I speed up the footage quite a bit. Oh, okay. Blood Raiders. Destroy the cathedral and the hostile vessels guarding it. It's in Sisha, which is next door. Okay, just under $1 million in pay and 2,000 loyalty points, which indicates it's going to be pretty difficult. Okay, so let's accept and get the ship kitted out, make sure we're correct. Cruise missiles now go 111. Remember, they were 103, so we've added another 8 kilometers onto the range by training Missile Bombardment 4, which is pretty good. Means that they're almost the same as our targeting range, which is excellent. That's almost what we want. EM, Therm, simulate, make sure the same. Yep, that's good. Aha, now that was almost an error. Oh, exit the simulation. Actually put the real thing on the ship. We're going to want the mobile jump drive. Mobile? Micro jump drive. Make sure we have lots of missiles, and not that many, but it should be enough because it's cruise. If we only had 1200 rapid heavy, I'd be a bit concerned. Oh yeah, I also bought a tracking speed script, just so that augers actually hit things. Right, let's see what this mission has in store for us.
Warp drive active.
I'm not bouncing into the station this time. Hooray! All that just to avoid a station. Yeah, but tactics for this mission will be micro jump drive and snipe. And that's it. I don't think I'll bother showing you the salvage one and then the Noctis. You know how that works now. If the mission's going well, I shall speed up the footage. Because they're probably over half an hour now. Bounce off the gate.
Warp drive active.
To stop us bouncing off things, I might change the right click the warp to 0 button and change it to something like 20 kilometers. Not 20, 2,000 meters. Or even 500 meters, just so we don't land right on top of models. Right, let's turn everything on. Let's make use of the tactical overview. There we are, is our beautiful targeting range. Okay, I'm seeing lots of destroyers, lots of battle cruisers, lots of battleships. Let's just head upwards. Target lock the battle cruisers, because you know that the cruise missiles will demolish them. Oh, the drones are going to love chewing on the destroyers. Okay, we're being tracking disrupted, and now these battleships will energy neutralize us if we let them get close enough, which is why I'm micro jump driving. Goodbye. And I better stop as well. Okay, drones, go and chew on them. And off they go. Oops, wasted a few volleys. That's okay, we'll be building our own missiles sooner rather than later. These cruise missile batteries are a bit of a concern, but luckily they haven't noticed we're here. Phew. Because if they had seen us, we would be in big trouble. Because I don't think we're good enough to take them out quickly yet. Well, the drones have aggressed something. What are they aggressing? Corpy Seekers. Okay, they're shooting at the frigates. That's fine. That's what they're there for. Hopefully, that battlecruiser will die when that volley reaches them. Not quite. Okay. I'm not overly concerned about wasting ammo anymore, to be honest. I notice the drones keep flashing idle, then fighting. That's them switching targets. Of course, in the next update, they won't be doing that. We'll have to manually assign them to targets. Which means we should probably invest, after Gunnery 5 and large gunnery are done, large energy turret are done, we should probably invest some skill points into the targeting skills and get more targets. Target management and then advanced target management. Hopefully it's just, oh no, it is level 5 we need. Damn, okay. Well, that's fine, we'll probably do them. Because in this ship we'll probably need one set of targets that we're going to fire at and another set of targets that our drones are going to want to fight. You can actually drag your targets down into many different rows, so that's probably what we'll do. We'll have like a bottom row for the drone targets and then the top row for us. I don't think I ever told you about that. We've been going for 58 days now. Oops, sorry. And we're very slow at targeting as well. Oh, we are a big battleship. The bigger the ship, the slower it targets things. That will kill that. I hope. Yes, just. Well, this is going pretty much the plan so far. Might even get out the ogres in a minute. Yeah, the drones had chewed on that a little bit. Let's be arrogant and turn the tank off. We've lost 800 shield in this entire mission so far. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. You know, these guys even approaching us? Yeah, they are, slowly. Because they're battleships as well, and they're just as slow as us. See, these are the Apocalypse battleship, which we could have. But we want to be missiles and drones, because we're contrarian. Yeah, we'll just send the ogres out, I don't care.
A module has run out of charges.
Well, that's not bad. We've cleared almost everything other than 2 battleships and 2 gun turrets before we had to reload. It's excellent. Well, what we'll do is that we'll shoot the gun turrets and let the drones chew on them. Because I'm quite curious to see just how much hurt 5 ogres can do on their own. Remember, this is a drone bonus ship, and the ogres will be doing more damage than our missiles do. Are their shields actually going up? Okay, the ogres have finally reached them. One thing I was going to do, and I forgot, is that I have made NPC information notes. And I was just going to show info on each of the NPC and just drag him in here. And now anytime we want, we can bring this up. This is for future reference and preparation. 50-50. See, they're 56% resistant to our augers. But that's fine because augers have so much damage, they're chewing through it slowly. So I'll have to remember in the second room to do this. I've got one for almost all the factions that I could remember off the top of my head. Yeah, the ogres are doing a grand job there. Probably just approach the gate, turn the tank back on. Then as soon as we're aligned, I'll micro jump drive and we should land more or less where we want to be. Here we go. And go. I love the jump drive, it's a brilliant thing. Yep, wow, look at that. No, it said we were, what, 91 away? But again, like I explained, acceleration gate hitboxes are so huge that we landed right on it. Boom, there it goes. Fantastic. Now before we jump the gate, we are going to wait for the cooldown. Otherwise we'll jump the gate and wonder why we can't run away from the big ball of bad guys. It's probably going to be here. Let's pick this wreck. We'll bookmark this one in the middle and hope that when we land, I should really time stamp it so we do them in the correct order. Jumping into weapons range of the enemy, just let them chew on us a little bit. The ogres are doing fine. Missiles are doing 253 every time we hit. Perfect application. Which I'm amazed at, because the only bonuses we've got are from our skills, which are middling at best. An old saying in EVE is that there are only really two skill levels, level 4 and level 5. Level 4 is just split into 4 parts. I do like that saying because it's actually pretty correct. Okay, you do get a reactivation delay when you mouse over it as well. That's nice. You can tell I don't use this very often in my own ships, because I've got ridiculously high skills on my main character. Most of my fits on that character are very high damage, short range brawling fits.
Warp drive active.
It's been a long time since I had to micro jump and snipe. In fact, when I was a sniper, this didn't even exist. You just had to put on a micro jump drive, a micro warp drive and warp. Okay, exactly the same in this one. We're going straight upwards. And targeting these. And this, and this. Whoops. I activated that too early. But it's fine. That was a mistake on my part. I didn't wait until we were pointing straight up before I activated that, so we came up at an angle. But we're still a decent amount away. I mean, they're all yellow box. Well, something's red box. That's just the missile turrets, I think. So as soon as this one dies, we'll target one of them and send the drones out. Now, the whole lot don't seem to have aggressed. So hopefully it's like hopefully it's proximity. Right, that will kill him. 5 targets is painful. Right, little drones, go out and tuna destroyer. So what didn't aggress? 3 battle cruisers, a few 4 battle cruisers, a few frigates, and some of the gun turrets. That's good for us. Very good for us. Just keep an eye on the drones. As soon as they start taking damage, that's when you have to bring them back in. Don't wait until they're in armour, because they are 61 kilometres away. Whoa, they almost one-shotted that. That's amazing. Now, what are they shooting at now? What are the drones shooting at now? I just wasted a volley, I wasn't paying attention. Damn. They're shooting at a sentry gun. Well, that's fine. And it seems that they've killed it, which is also fine. Okay, so these sentry guns aren't very good, because light drones just destroyed them. Okay, here they are, they're taking damage now. Whoa, as I said, as soon as they start taking damage, you need to recall them. Yeah, I think they were getting shot by the battle cruisers. Hopefully, they should be fast enough to get back. Yeah, but these move at about 4,000 meters a second, so they should be able to speed tank the damage until they get back in. Yep. Yeah, now missiles are out of sync. I don't like that. Did the drones aggro anything else? No? Good, they didn't activate the rest of the group to aggro us. Well, this mission's pretty cool. Right, what did I say I was going to do? Corporate Cleric, Corporate Friar, Corporate Devoter, Corporate Seer, Corporate Bishop. Okay, these guys are getting a little bit too close for comfort. Patriarch, Pope, I will organise this into frigate, destroyer, cruiser, battleship when we're not under fire. So a reaver, don't think we have that. And we don't have an engraver either. How's the tank? Looking good. Okay, well if these guys are going to be in range. Right, let's wipe out the destroyers. And untarget both of them. And reload. F. Yeah, get the drones to wipe off all the destroyer damage. I mean, destroyers put out a decent amount of damage. Tanks still holding, micro jump drives ready, so if we start getting energy neutralised, we'll just jump again. Oh yeah, you can kill the engraver next. Patriarch's getting quite close. As soon as we see a neutralizer thing here, I'm jumping. I'm moving. Because we know how bad the capacitor is on this ship. I mean, it's barely holding steady now. Any kind of pressure on it, and we'll be in sad times. Right, let's bring the light drones back and put out some mediums and get them to destroy all these turrets. Do we have a bishop in the list? No, we don't. Or do we? No. Pop. No, we do. Cleric. Fire. Pay attention, man. Do that later. The battleships are up close. I'm not seeing any neuting yet. But I will just preemptively start moving straight downwards. So when I activate this, we actually carry on moving. Come on, drones, kill that battery. They're not even at it yet. Okay. They are yellow boxing us, so they're trying to shoot at us. Patriarch, that's the next one for us. Okay, the drones are taking damage from something. Bring them back. They're very far away. Well, this Patriarch's really close, but he's not energy neutralizing us, which is good for us. Luckily, we're not taking too much. In fact, we'll just get the drones to swing by and attack him. They'll add enough damage. The ogres are just a little bit too slow. The hammerhead should apply almost perfectly, because we've got this. They're medium, and that's a large target, and we do have the tracking module on. Just keeping an eye on the tank. Hopefully, if we can kill this guy, then we should be okay. Because there's only two things shooting at us, so I don't know what these are trying to shoot at. Maybe we're just out of range of them. Tank's holding steady. Maybe this 119 meters a second that we're doing is enough to make them miss often enough, or make them apply their damage bad enough to keep us alive. Oh, this is rather good. Right, bring the drones back.
A module has run out of charges.
I'm going to kill the batteries with my missiles, and I'm going to let the ogres take care of the Pope on their own. What's this resistance is like? 59. Good. And F. And we'll just smash all this stuff up ourselves. And hopefully we don't see them taking much damage. They are heavy drones, so gun turrets will probably shoot. I mean, the turrets were aggressing the medium drones. Tank looks okay. Cap looks like it's holding steady. Pop. There goes one. Let's just... I was going to put one missile on each, but I can't, because I haven't got enough targets, so we'll do two. Two on that. Two on that. One on that. This is just experimentation. How much is the Pope worth? 1.2 million. Cool. Yeah, because these little gun turrets don't seem to have much tank. So they do all types of damage. Oh, what do you know? They're pretty resistant to EM. 70 in total, 65, 55, 60. I don't think these repair themselves, which is why I was quite happy to split my fire. If you did one missile at each battleship, then they'd have plenty of time to repair themselves. But gun turrets don't. I don't think. They're no danger to us, but I don't really want to fire 20,000 ISK worth of missiles at them to earn 20,000 ISK in bounty. That would be silly. But blowing stuff up is good fun anyway. Right, stop that. There's another one there. Pop. And the drones are doing a grand job. That's quite a tough battleship. He is repairing a bit, but they've got him into like very low armour. Cool. I think we had to destroy the cathedral. Tanks, excellent. Pops into structure, so that means we know that drones can kill them on their own. Nice. Let's just approach the cathedral then. Well, one battleship got within 19 kilometres of us and he didn't put any newts on us, which is nice. And luckily the cat battery would have reduced his neutralisation by 22% anyway, which is another reason why cat batteries are awesome. Not only because they give you lots of cap, but they also reduce cap drain. Let's just get the medium drones to kill all the turrets and I'll destroy the cathedral, I hope. Hopefully this thing will die pretty quickly. Some structures have ridiculous numbers of hit points, and others do not. Oh, bring the drones back just in case this thing does an area of effect damage when it explodes. So I know in some missions, some buildings you blow up do, and I've lost entire flights of drones to that in the past, which is quite painful. Well, it has a fairly decent number of hit points, considering we are doing 528 every time you hit it. Times 5, so we're doing 2,500 plus damage to it, and we're just slowly chewing through the structure. Oh, this is quite annoying. Destroy the Blood Raider Cathedral. Ship restrictions. What a lie. That's just about everything that's allowed to be flown in high security space. Pretty sure it is. Okay. It just means that there's a gate to get in. Perfect application. We could boost our damage by using faction missiles, but I'm not that crazy. Just align to heal a band now. Save some time. I don't think we need this on anymore. No tactical camera. Boom, there it goes. Pop. Lovely. I do like a good explosion. Who doesn't? Right, let's go heal man. That was close. I almost worked out before I bookmarked a wreck. Wow, that would have been a big mistake. So I think what looks halfway between all these, probably this one here. Save that. Now we can go to healer ban. Phew.
Warp drive active.
That was close. I don't think many videos are going to pack in 4 level 4 missions into one video, but this one is. Okay, we're back. Looted and salvaged, 2.8 million ISK. The only valuable stuff was some salvage and a dog tag. This all goes here. I did make a new filter for missiles in case you find anything good, but we know that's thermal, so we don't care about that. So all this stuff can get melted down. There's some stuff that won't melt down. We found a few trade goods. Reprocess all that. Lovely jubbly. Yeah, all this stuff is all trade goods. This is obviously left in the wreckage of the station. Now one thing we don't want to have with us is slaves. This should have a skull icon on it. So if you look, they have a legality tab. So if you're caught, well, the NPC will know you've got them on board. If you're caught in Caldari State, Minmatar Republic, or Galactic Federation, you'll lose standing and they'll take money off you as well. So it is sometimes worth, let's just free the slaves, off you go guys. It is sometimes worth checking if trade goods have a legality, and if they have, just get rid of them or don't take them through that region of space. Right, that'll do it for today. We've done 4 level 4 missions, we've got 3 blueprints in the cooker, and we've restarted our planet mining stuff. We come back for the next one. Then until then, take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon.